All right, so I'd just like to make a few comments around the Karamū catchment. So a lot of the streams and tributaries that feed into the Karamū River have been straightened out over the years, and this has been done for various reasons. One of the main reasons is that a lot of the land around the Heretaunga Plains, around the flat land, I guess, is used extensively for cropping, market gardening and things like that, orcharding. So what has happened over the years is that the streams that used to meander across the Heretaunga Plains have been straightened out so that they go around the boundaries of properties or in a direction so that the use of the land can be maximised. And so this was done right back from the early days, where you had horse and these scoop things behind the horses to dredge out the channel, and then of course the rest of the water would drain into those channels, and then over time, where the streams used to meander, have been ploughed up and gradually been filled in. So this has multiple effects on the water. One of the first things it does, it separates the water on top of the land from the water that flows under the land. So where a stream meanders across the landscape, you'd get about the top 6 inches, 12 inches, maybe a bit longer, a bit deeper. That would contain water that flows through the land, through the sediments, through the gravels underneath the actual waterway. So once that water is diverted from that meandering stream into a straight channel, you get that separation, and then of course you get more evaporation, because those springs that feed into the surface water are no longer there. Then the other thing that has been happening is that the land that has been tile drained, and this actually helps to dry out the land. And then of course the orchardists, the people who grow crops, market gardens and things, they need irrigation then to make their crops grow or to maximise the use of their land. Alright, so another thing I'd like to comment around about when the stream is straightened out and the channel changes, it changes direction. And also when it's straight, you don't get the meandering nature that creates the modi and the energy within the water. This is where you get the mixing of oxygen into the water with the different flow regimes. Where it goes slow in one place and fast in another, you get more ripples on top of the water. As the water moves, if it has greater velocity, it reacts, or it works with the air to create cooler water on top, and then around the corners or the bends in the streams, this water circulates. It creates vortices that mix the water and moderate the temperature. So in a straight stream channel, you no longer get that, and so you get reduced oxygen. Also, a lot of the Karamū, or the mainstream of the main channel of the Karamū, has a lot of springs coming up from the aquifer. Not so much on the tributaries of the Karamū, but a lot of the main channel. And so what happens there, that water that comes up from the aquifer is already low in oxygen. And then where the Karamū has been straightened out as well, you get this double sort of effect, or the effect of is compounded. You get low oxygen water coming in, and you've got streams straightening, so you're no longer getting as much oxygenation as we used to get. And so that decreases the amount of habitat that's available for our fish species, or it's harder for them to survive in those bits of the stream that are slow and sluggish and low in oxygen.